Sorry, I thought I lost you. Good. Just see. Good morning, yogis. Can you see me? I hope you can. Let's just see if I can see myself. Good. Yes, there we are. Good. Lots of delays. Good morning, Darlene and Tim and Francine and Garnett. Let's see. Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it. Good. Love those hearts, right? I'm doing some. Just want to make sure. This is funny. Tim, can you tell me if you hear me? Good morning. Christina, can you hear me? Hi, Mark Chadwell. It says you joined. Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Here we go. Da 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 da. Nice. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Tim. Good. All right. Perfect. All right, yogis. So as we begin today, this practice, I just really want us to take that time to just drop in, just to settle in, just to connect to our bodies. We spend so much of our time in our heads, right? Going forth in this kind of busy, anxious mind. And I really today want to encourage us as often as possible to release that, to let that go and come into your body and come into a little bit more of that heart-centered existence, right? So instead of moving with the brain and those externals all the time of what I have to do, projects I have to accomplish, money I need to make, right? The stress of that, friends that whether they like me or don't like me, and all of those endless conversations, maybe even self-criticism, self-judgment. Today, let's try and release as much of that. Let that go as much as possible. And just drop in to self, right? Drop into that space that's really heartfelt. It's really about loving kindness and less about that ego, that energy that's in the mind, that energy that's often outside of ourselves. And just allow yourself to begin to feel a little bit of quiet, a little bit of peace. And as we do this, you might close your eyes. You might just dim the lids slightly. And just allow yourself in your seat to relax slightly, rock a little bit and find that space that's comfortable to you. And just notice the conversations that might be darting in and out of the head, of the mind. And see if you can release some of them, those that you can recognize right off that don't serve you. Put them aside, put them at bay. And just relax into your body, these shoulders. Maybe even circle them once and let them roll down the back of the body, lengthening the neck, sitting a little taller. And relax the muscles of the face, the eyebrows, the eyelids, the cheeks, the jaw, the lips. And just notice the breath in your body wherever it is. And just notice if it's feeding your body, right? Or if it's tight and short. And see where you may find that you can expand on this breath, bringing it more deeply into the belly or more deeply into the heart center or into the back of the body. So just letting the breath kind of move around a little bit. And just as you move this breath around, you're again connecting more deeply to the body, releasing that busy mind, giving it a break. From here, find your next inhale and let it rise up. Open the mouth and exhale out through the back of the throat. And two more like that. Feel that breath, that inhale rising up. That opening of the mouth as you exhale out. And one more like that. Feel that inhale. Just a nice cleansing of the body as it fills you up. Out through the mouth as you exhale. And then close that mouth and continue to feel the breath in and out through the nose. Notice as you take this breath, if you can hear the breath right in front of you, right around you. Just bring the mind to the sensations of the breath, maybe that tickle at the end of the nose, that sensation there. Staying with that breath. Just notice the breath now as it begins to rise a little bit more evenly from the belly up into the ribs and up into the heart center. And then release heart center, ribs, and down into the belly. And again, feel that breath as it rises, belly, ribs, heart center, and heart center, ribs, down into the belly. And just stay with that rhythm, that 3-part breath, that Durga Pranayama as it fills you up and releases you back out. Staying with that rhythm, that sound, that easefulness of the breath. Feel this breath as it runs up the spine as well. The ribs, up into the shoulder blades, the neck. And then releasing back out. Just a few more breaths. This really healthy breath. It opens up the lungs, expanding them as you fill up completely. And it releases the air out completely, down into the belly, out into the earth. Calming and lowering the heart rate, calming the nervous system. Focusing the mind and easing those thoughts. And then softly from here, bring these palms together in Anjali Mudra, the sealing of our practice, and this balance of the right and left, the yin, the yang, the masculine, the feminine. This focusing in to this practice as we release the mind and come into the goodness of our bodies. Bow your head to your fingertips. Even connect to that beautiful sensation up the back of the neck. Take your breath there. Take a nice inhale, lift the head, and a little bit louder out through the mouth as you exhale. And again, take that inhale. One more like that. Nice cleansing breath. And from here, take a nice inhale, sweep these arms up to the sky. Get that nice big reach into the body. And just rock a little bit side to side as you reach one arm and then the other. Good. Feel the sides of the rib cage as they open, the sides of the waist. Take another inhale here, reach nice and long. We're going to exhale, take this right hand down to the earth, left arm reaches up to the sky, and we're going to take this a little bit differently today. We're going to take the arms and sort of keeping the shoulders and the arms in line with each other. Feel the belly button drawing in and up, and feel the shoulders melting away from the ears and slightly down the back of the body. If it feels okay, take the gaze up towards that left hand. And keep opening up, let the sit bones melt down to the earth. One more breath. Beautiful. Take this left hand, reach it up a little bit, so get that length, and then take it over into that side stretch. Should feel good. Breathing in and out. And again. One more breath like that. Just get that nice breath, that nice reach, that softness. And then ever so slowly bringing the arms back up. Both arms reach for the sky. Take a nice inhale. Open up that heart. Exhale. Anjali Mudra as you draw back in. Bowing the head in. Getting space into the back of the neck, the back of the shoulder blades. One more breath here. Love it. Sweep the arms back up to the sky. Get that nice big reach into the body, lifting the belly button in and up. Inhale. And then taking this left hand down to the mat as you exhale. This right arm, open it up. So again, there's kind of the arms are nice and in line with each other. That palm on that right hand facing out. The neck is long. Belly buttons drawing in and up. And just feel the activity into the front of the body, that chest, that shoulder. Gaze might go up towards the right fingertips. Take another breath here. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale. And with the exhale, reach over into that side stretch. Feel the breath there as you open up the right side of your body, the waist, the rib cage, the shoulder. One more breath here. And then taking this arm back up, nice and long. Slowly draw the belly button in and up. Both arms reach up to the sky. Take that nice inhale. And hands come back down. Exhale into that heart center. Bowing there. We're going to take these legs and we're going to switch them. So as we switch, you might give them a little stretch, coming back to that Sukhasana, that seated position, or any position that feels right to you. Find those sit bones, let them rock a little bit side to side. And from here, take these arms again, sweep them up to the sky, taking that nice big inhale. And with the exhale again, we're going to take this right hand, reach it down to the earth, left arm reaches up, nice and long. Get that openness that we found before. Openness in the chest, energy from the fingertip to fingertips. Good. Take a nice inhale. And this time, bring the left fingertips into the neck, nice and soft, not pushy. And open up a little bit more, lifting the belly button, opening up this front of the body. And then from here, we're going to take that left elbow and slowly lift the belly button in and up and draw this elbow across your body towards the outside of that right knee. Beautiful. Inhale. Slowly open back up. And exhale, draw the belly button in across to the outside of that right knee. Good. One more. Inhale. Open. And exhale, draw the belly button in and up as you go across. Beautiful. Open back up, nice and slow. Feel the front of the body, the muscles of the back of the body. And then slowly take both arms, reach them up to the sky. Take that nice inhale. And hands come to the heart center as you exhale again, endlessly bowing into that intention of the practice. Let go of the thoughts. If it's over and over and over again, that's okay. Just bring yourself back to the practice, to the movement, to the breath, to the kindness of you. Beautiful. Take these arms, sweep them back up to the sky. Get that nice big reach. And then take this left hand again down to the earth alongside your body. Take that nice inhale, open up. Again, let the arms kind of reach and away from each other, but in line with each other. One more breath there, belly draws in. Exhale, bring the fingertips into the neck. Take another inhale, open up, sort of stretching the front of the body, opening up the chest and shoulders. One more breath, that inhale. Lift the belly button in and up, and then slowly take this right elbow across to the outside of that left knee. Get that nice space into the ribs. Inhale, open back up. And exhale, belly draws in as you cross over to the outside of that left knee. One more like that. Inhale opens us up. Drawing the belly button in as you exhale, breathing into the right waist and hip and ribs and shoulder. Inhale, open back up, arm extends long, and both arms come back up. Inhale when it arrives again. And exhale, hands come down to the heart center. Pausing there, endlessly just taking this time to feel the body drop into the body. Coming back to that heart center. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take and bring that right leg out to the side. And this left leg, just let that foot come to the inside of that thigh, or it can be a little bit more open, whatever feels right to you, and sit nice and tall, get that length into the body. We're going to bring the hands down onto the earth in front, and you can always slide a block in. Here's my block, right? To keep you a little bit higher. And just take that time and just rock a little bit here. So the toes on that right leg, let them turn up, right? And there's some lifting, so we're not collapsing behind that right knee. We're kind of lifting the quad and then folding forward. And just rock slightly, opening up the lower back, connecting to the body. And you can always go a little bit lower, right? So if that feels right, you can bring the forearms down to the block or hands down onto the earth. And just open up the spine, the shoulders, the neck. And revisit that breath, that beautiful, soft, even breath here. Feeling each inhale as it kind of runs up the spine, and that exhale, again, as it releases you back out. One more breath here, inhale. And that exhale. From here, slowly, just walk the hands over either side of that right leg. So again, if you have these props, you can bring them either side of your leg and get a little bit more length into the hips and then melt over. You can use those, or again, hands can be on the earth. Try not to force into this pose, this stretch up the back of that right leg, this stretch into the left hip. Just breathe, right? Just find that space, that softness. Feel the breath as again, it waterfalls up and down the spine. One more breath here. And then ever so slowly, we're going to come back up, rolling ourselves up that leg. Spine is long. We're going to take and turn our torso back towards the front. And we're going to take this right hand to the inside of this right leg, left hand to the hip. Open up a little bit by lengthening and opening up that chest. And then just slide down that right leg, keeping that openness. And as you do that, then take that left arm and find that same shape we found before. The arms in line with each other. The heart opening as the shoulders melt down the back of the body. The belly button drawing in and up. Slide a little bit more down the leg if you like, but really keep lifting that pelvic floor. Gaze might go up to the sky. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then as you slide back up, we're going to take this left hand and we're going to bring it just right behind us onto the earth. And this right hand is going to sweep up to the sky and then cross over to the outside of that left knee. Take a nice inhale and take a little twist here. It doesn't need to be big, right? Just keep gently pushing through that right heel. Take that twist to the left. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. One more breath. Perfect. And then softly releasing out of this. And as we do, we're going to just take and switch legs. So taking that left leg out to the side. That right foot can come to the inside of that thigh, setting it up. Let the toes on this left leg turn up to the sky. Feel the energy lifting up to sort of the hip flexor and not collapsing behind the knee. And then here we go. The hands can come down onto the earth or slide a prop in, a pillow, some books, and stay a little higher. And just allow yourself that gentle movement, that softness of the practice as you just open the body for the day, sort of setting that intention for the day to move a little bit more with awareness of that heart center, of that loving kindness, less and that pushiness and that anxiousness. You can also just walk out. Doesn't need to be huge today. Feel the breath again as it kind of waterfalls up and down your back. One more breath here. And then ever so slowly, we're just going to take these hands and walk them over this left leg. So take your time. You can bring those blocks in as well, right? So either side of that left leg and then melting back over it. Take your time if you're using the blocks or not. Just take your time. Lift the leg muscles up so you're not collapsing behind that knee. Waterfalling over this leg, breathing in and breathing out. Where can you let go of the thoughts? The thoughts will come in. This is the practice. They'll judge that you're tight or you're not flexible enough or you have more important things to do. They'll have whatever they can do to get you out of the space of focusing here, focusing now. So just let them go each time you recognize, each time you see that. One more breath. Beautiful. Lift the belly button and just roll up that left leg. So as you do, that torso turns back, facing forward. Shift your body. And again, reestablish that left leg, the toes up to the sky, the energy up the leg. And we're going to take this left hand to the inside of that left leg. This right hand finds the hip. And we're just going to turn our torso, open up our hearts, relax the shoulders down the neck. And just slide down this a little bit and just feel that energy across the front of the body, the shoulders melting away from the ears and the shoulder blades slightly drawing together, right? To just get those muscles helping you. The belly button draws in and up. And then from here, taking that right arm and reaching it out and getting that nice energy in the front of the arms, the front of the body, and also the muscles of the back of the body. And you can always slide down a little bit more. Keep that energy through the heel of that left foot. One more breath here. And then ever so slowly lift the belly button in and up. As you slide up, this right hand comes behind you, kind of sitting onto the earth, lengthening the spine. This left hand reaches up to the sky. And then cross it over, finding the outside of that right knee. Take a nice inhale to grow long. And exhale to take this twist. Doesn't need to be huge, just opening up the front of the body. Breathing in and out. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. Perfect. And then slowly coming back through to neutral. Last seated pose here. Before we come and move onto our hands and knees, we're going to bring these soles of the feet together. And as we do that, just allow the knees to open a little bit wider so there's nice energy between the feet, a connection of all the toes, a connection of the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet. Sit nice and tall here. And then let the shoulders melt down the back of the body. Let there be space, length into the neck. Let the knees melt. I'm taking 2 breaths here. Again, feel those inhales as they rise up. And those exhales as they melt the knees down to the earth, drawing the belly in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, lift the chest, open the heart. 1 more like that. Love it. Now, from here, take that next inhale and just begin to fold forward. Hands might wrap around the toes, might slide down to the ankles. They might come down onto the earth. Wherever it is, get a little bit more length into that lower back and then melt into it as you exhale. Breathing into the body, breathing into the spine. Breathing into that loving kindness, that heart-centered being. Feel your breath for 2 more. And 1 more. And then very slowly drawing the belly button in, just rolling yourself up. And we're going to move to that tabletop, to that hands and knees. So you can always keep this blanket for your knees for some of the poses that we'll do if you want some extra cushion. Just let the hands be underneath the shoulders, getting that alignment. And I encourage you to spread these fingers, so really getting them active. The palms spreading, the fingers spreading. And from here, we're going to start by moving into that cat pose. So the chin tucks down a little bit. The space comes into the back of the neck. The tail tucks in. And the spine reaches up towards the sky. And just move a little bit as you breathe into the back of the spine, the back of the neck. Good. And then ever so slowly on your next breath, your inhale, begin to lift the tail and roll that through your spine, opening up the heart. And then exhale, come back into that cat, really rounding, stretching out the back of the body, hollowing out the belly. Inhale now as we move with one breath, heart opens into that cow, chest goes forward. Love it. Exhale as you round back into that cat. Good. And again, inhale, open up that chest. Exhale, tuck under, rounding back into the cat. One more round each way. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, rounding. Should feel good into that spine. We're going to take and come back, neutral spine, curl the toes under. I always do this, kind of sit back into the heels, especially in the morning classes, get some nice space into the feet. So as you sit back, just massage those feet, just taking it as deeply as it needs to be for you. Try not to cut off the circulation. Please, we just find that nice juiciness of the feet. Take your breath there. The feet need this little bit of love. One more breath. Good. And then slowly coming back up towards that tabletop. Release the toes and slide now into your child's pose. Knees can always come a little bit wider, toes towards each other. And sit back, letting the body melt here and lengthen again. Similar shape, the inner thighs, the lower back and hips, the spine now nice and long. Take your breath, inhales, and those exhales. Inhale, and then exhale. One more, inhale. Melt that heart with the exhale. We're going to walk the hands over to the right, letting that left arm stay nice and long. This time, we're going to take this right arm, and we're just going to bring it a little bit down alongside our bodies and open up the space into that left rib cage, waist, up, and then running back up towards the shoulder and the pinky. Now, if it feels too much with that right arm down alongside, just bring it a little bit more up to the front of the mat. Take your breath there. And again. And from here, bring that right arm back up. We're going to walk back to center. Keep the legs as they are. We're going to tuck the chin. We're going to tuck the tail. And we're just going to round up towards that cat. And then take an inhale, lift towards that cow. Again, knees are still wide, toes are still together. And then exhale, back into that child's pose. Nice and slow, nice and connected. Walking the hands over to the left. So as you do, take that right arm, reach it nice and long. This left arm can come down alongside your body and really kind of dropping into the whole right side of the body from the waist to the ribs, to the shoulder, to the fingertips. Feel the breath. You can always adjust that arm and allow that arm to be alongside your body or up by your chest. 2 more breaths here. And 1 more breath. And then again, we're going to walk these hands back to center. Take a nice inhale and then exhale. Tuck the chin, tuck the tail, and we're rounding up into that cat back. Keep the knees wide, toes together. And then slowly inhale into that cow, chest long, tail lifts. Perfect. Now, come back, nice neutral spine. bring these knees underneath your hips. And we're going to take and curl these toes under and reach into a downward facing dog. So as you push out of the hands, reaching through the spine, spreading the sit bones, and melting down into the heels. I just want you to pedal a little bit here, sort of energizing the backs of the legs. And if you don't want to do the dog, just keep the knees down, walk the hands out. You can sit into a puppy dog pose. You can always extend one leg and then the other. So whatever feels right to you, make it about you. I'm going to definitely, for me, work that downward dog. It just feels good. And as I move, bend one knee, bend the other. Spread the fingers, connecting to the earth as you root out of it and then back down into it. One more breath here for the downward dog or the puppy dog. Good. Now from here, from the downward dog, bring the knees back down onto the earth. We're going to take this, let's see, where am I going to go? We're going to take this right leg and we're going to bring it out behind us. Yeah. So as you do that, get some length into the spine. Feel the belly button drawing in. We're going to then take this left foot and kind of kickstand it out to the side. That left hand is going to come a little bit more to the middle of the mat. And this right foot just slides over so the whole sole of the foot is onto the earth. And we're going to lift up and find this nice side plank with the knee down. Feel the space into the sides of the body. Keep the waist long. Gaze might go up or stay in neutral, whatever feels right. And try and lift out of the hips, out of the arm. Take your breath. One more breath. Beautiful. And then let that right hand slowly come back down. You're going to bring that right knee back down, slide back into that child's pose, or come to a downward dog just to stretch it out. Either way, just kind of reestablishing that balance, that connection. Beautiful. And if you're in that dog, bring the knees down. My back is going to be to you now. We're going to take that left leg, extend it long, toes curled under to start. Get that length into the spine. And we're going to take this right foot and just kickstand it out a little bit to the right. The right hand moves to the middle of the mat. That whole left foot comes down onto the earth, lifting up out of the hips. Take this left arm and take it to the sky. Open up the heart center. Gaze might go up, or it might be down. You might even bring that hand to the hip if it feels better, more spacious. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slow again. Bring that left hand down, and you can slide back to that child's pose or find that downward facing dog. Just pedal it out. Wherever you are, just drop in. Feel the breath just feeding the body, focusing the mind. From here, if you're in your child's pose, we're going to move to the front of the mat, standing forward fold. If you're in your dog, you can just begin to walk the feet forward. So however you want to get there, just find your way. Let the feet be a little bit wider here than your hips, this first forward fold. Take and bring the hands maybe to the shins or to the thighs and get that length into the spine. Length all the way down the back of the body. Take a nice inhale here. And then begin to melt into this forward fold. Now knees can be softer, a little more bent. Take your opposite elbows and just drape yourself here. Let the head go. Just notice, yes, you might be really tight into the back of the body. Modify it by bending the knees a little bit more. And try and bring your breath into the focus, right? Not all the sensations, the negative talk. And be present for the body. Be with the breath. Be in that kindness. One more breath here. Exhale, let the arms release. Inhale, find that half lift again. Hands to shins or the thighs. Lengthen the spine. And then mouth, Uttanasana, forward fold. Take the opposite of the elbows that you had before. It'll feel funny. And just take your breath there. Inhales and exhales. And again, where can you let go? The thoughts, the tension of the neck, the shoulders. One more breath. Take a nice inhale. Let the arms go with the exhale. Draw the belly in, soften the knees a little bit more, but lift the inner thighs. Eyes open as you roll up. Take your time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And at the top, let those shoulders roll up towards the ears and then down the back of the body as you stand in this Tadasana. The heart opens, that energy up the front of the body. Feel the breath, feel the strength of the body. One more. Love it. From here, sweep the arms up to the sky. Get that nice big reach. And then hands come down to your heart center. One more like that. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart center. From here, take a nice inhale, sweep the arms up. Take the hands down, exhale to the heart center. We're going to heel toe these feet a little bit more underneath us. And we're going to take this right leg and we're going to step it back. And as we step it back, we're going to have that foot, the whole sole of the foot onto the earth. The toes are going to be out to about 2 o'clock. And that left knee, let it bend over that left ankle. So you can probably see the big toe from here, right? So as you do, hands at the heart center as we balance out again, that balance of the body, the masculine, the feminine, the yin, the yang, the right, the left. Now from here, take these arms, reach them up to the sky. Take that nice big inhale. And exhale, warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. Feel the body, feel the strength, relax into it. Relax the toes a little bit more, but still there's this energy, this strength of the legs, of the ankle, of the feet. One more breath here. Beautiful. Now we're going to open this pose up to warrior 2. So that back foot gets a little bit longer. That stance gets a little bit longer. And the toes open up just a little bit to about 90 degrees. That left knee stays over that left ankle. And these arms, remember that T, open them up here. So finding that, we kept finding it in these angles. I want you to find it here. Lift the belly button in and out. Take a breath. Inhale. And then exhale. From here, we're going to take and bring this left forearm down onto the thigh. This right arm reaches up to the sky. So again, here's that space we kept finding. And then from here, take this top arm, reach it over your head a little bit. Draw the belly button in and out. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And then exhale. Lift the belly and slowly focus. Come back up. Warrior 2. We're going to reach out of that front leg. So remember that shape we found earlier in our seat. Let that energy, that inner thigh, lift up. And as we do, we're going to take this back arm and bring it to the waist. And this front arm, bring it to that front leg. Yeah. Lift the belly button in and out, kind of stack those shoulders. And you might slide down the leg just a little bit. This triangle pose. And if it feels okay, take that top arm, reach it up to the sky. Gaze can be neutral, up, or down. Watch your balance. Take your breath. This is a lot of work, so just pause with it for a moment. Beautiful. Bend that front knee. Revisit that warrior two. And from here, take your hands, cartwheel them either side of that left foot, and step forward. Beautiful. Find that half lift, hands to shins or thighs. And then drape into that forward fold. Should feel really good. Pausing there. Take that breath. Beautiful. From here, again, just roll yourself up. Soften the knees. Counting 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And at the top, let the shoulders roll up towards the ears and down the back of the body, refinding that Tadasana as your heart opens. Beautiful. Bring the feet a little bit more underneath you. We're going to come to the other side. So as we do, we're going to take these arms, sweep them up to the sky, and bring the hands down to the heart center. Keep that energy, palms together. We're going to step this left foot back and let the toes reach out a little bit to about 2 o'clock. This right knee over the right toes, pushing the palms together. Feel the nice energy of that back leg, the strengthening of the front leg. Relax the toes. Feel the balance. One more breath. Perfect. And then sweep these arms up to the sky. Virabhadrasana 1. Relax into it for 2 breaths. Focus the gaze, building strength into the feet, the ankles, the legs, the mind. As we quiet the mind. Take a nice inhale here, and we're going to shift, moving into that warrior two. So that back foot goes a little bit longer in the stance, and the toes open out slightly to 90 degrees. The hips are more open now. Take that breath. One more breath. Perfect. Now take this front forearm down to that thigh, and this left arm, take it up to the sky. So again, that energy we kept finding into the front of the body, find that here. The chest opening up, the shoulders down the back of the body a little bit. And then taking this arm, maybe reaching it long. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slowly coming back up to that warrior two. From here, we're going to move into sort of the peak of the pose, that triangle pose. We did it on the other side. So lengthening out that front leg. You can always shift your stance. Let the toes spread. Let the energy run up both these legs to the pelvic floor and then up into the heart. We're going to take this back arm, bring it to the waist, to the hip. And then this front arm, bring it to the inside of that leg. Lift the belly and open up that chest. So feeling the front of the body, the back of the body as it lengthens. Maybe keep your eyes open for balance. And then from here, you can always take that top arm, reach it up to the sky. Maybe go a little bit lower. Gaze can be up or down. One more breath. Beautiful. And then from here, slide back up, revisiting that warrior two. Should feel good. And then we're going to release it. Hands come down either side of that front foot. And this time, we're going to step back. So you can step back to hands and knees, down into child. Or you can always come into that downward facing dog and just pedal it out. Find that space. Just move your body. Soften back into the body. So again, if you're in the child or puppy dog, just stay connected. One more breath. Beautiful. And for all of us, the knees come down onto the earth. Release the toes. Slide into that child's pose. just for a few breaths. One more breath. And then from here, we're going to make our way around, coming down onto our backs. Yes, should feel good to get out of those lots of standing poses today. So just let your body then settle. Let the lower back, spine, shoulders melt down to the earth. And when you arrive, just let those knees rock a little bit side to side, just feeling that effort of the leg muscles that we engaged and we stretched. Letting the hips and back relax. Perfect. And then coming back to center here. Soles of the feet onto the earth and knees up towards the sky. We're going to tuck those feet in a little bit more, maybe so that the ankles are over the knees. Sorry, the knees are over the ankles. That nice alignment. But not forceful. I don't want it so tight in the knees. Make it about you. I'm always reminding you of that. Palms come down alongside your body. Lift the belly button here. And then just slowly lift off of the mat, coming into this bridge pose. And as you lift off of the mat, feel the whole front of the body begin to open. The heart center opens up. Feel those sit bones. Kind of tuck them under as if they're going to reach up behind the knees. Keep a little energy in those inner thighs, right? We stretch the inner thighs in those seated pose and the triangle pose a little bit. Take a breath here, inhale, and then ever so slowly roll down with that exhale. Good, should feel nice. Just pause there. Let that neutral spine feel that movement. One more breath. We're going to take this right knee now, bring it into your chest, draw it in. And then just make some nice circles with it, one direction. Opening up the circle. And then switch direction, heading the other way. Perfect. And then draw this right knee back into your chest. You're going to extend that left leg long to the earth. Take a breath there. Inhale. Exhale. Just feel a little bit of space into the front of that left hip. One more breath. And we're going to take this across our body. So drawing this right knee across our body with that left hand guiding it. Feeling the outer hip, the chest opens. And that right hand can always reach out to a T. Or you might even take the fingertips, bring them into the back of your neck a little deeper. So be careful, it might not be for you. And I'm taking the gaze over to the right. Just taking a few breaths here. Feeling that space along the ribs, the waist, the outer thigh and glute. One more breath. And then from here, as we release, slowly coming back, we're going to take that right ankle over that left knee. Yeah, that left foot comes back onto the earth and that right knee opens up a little bit. Now pausing, you can stay here. This might feel just fine onto your back, your hips. If you'd like a little bit more, you can always take the hands behind that left leg and open up there. Again, where can you relax here? So if you find you're all cramped up and tight, then maybe bring that left foot back down onto the earth. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders, breathe in, yes, to that right hip, but also into that heart center. That heart center, which is our focus. Letting that mind go. Two more breaths here. One more breath. And then slowly let that left foot come back down to the earth. That right leg comes back in to our chest. Slide that right foot back down into the earth. And again, just rock these knees slightly side to side. Those gentle, slow windshield wipers. And then coming to the other side, drawing this left knee into your chest, giving it a hug. As you take it in, just begin to make some small circles, one direction. You might open up those circles if it feels healthy onto your hips. And then switch direction, heading the other way. Good. And then from here, bringing that knee back into the chest, we're going to extend that right leg long to the earth and pause there, feeling the front of that right hip, getting length into the back of the body, into the heart center. One more breath. And then coming into this supine twist. Again, this left knee will draw across your body, guided by that right hand. And that left arm might open out to a T, really feeling this opening through the body into the chest, into the shoulder. And you might find you take the fingertips into the back of the neck. If that is too much, then re-extend the arm. And just breathe here. Two more breaths. Opening up that hip, that glute, the lower back, the rib, the chest. One more breath. And then slowly, as we come out of this little transition, that left ankle slides to that right knee and that right foot comes down onto the earth. Yeah, that left knee just opens up. And you might stay here, or you might find you draw the knees in and get the hands behind that thigh, and then let go. Where can you relax? And yet still, we don't want to collapse into it. There's a little bit of that effort, but gentle, not forced. Breathing in and out, that flow of breath, that waterfall of breath. One more. And then slowly let these feet, this right foot first comes down onto the earth. This left foot follows. Rock the knees slightly side to side. Just feel the body relaxing. Love it. And then from here, I'm going to give you an option. Bringing the soles of the feet together and letting the knees open wide into that Baddha Konasana, right? That Supta Baddha Konasana. We did it seated. If you like, this is a place that you might slide blankets, pillows, or blocks if you have them under the knees so that the the support of those allow this to not be a stressful movement, but a relaxing shape, right? So you can do that, or if that just feels not where you want to go, just extend the legs right away. Wherever you are, we're just going to take in this Baddha Konasana about 3 breaths. And if you want to move immediately into those extended legs for Shavasana, then do. Just let yourself go. Let the heart be open. And just follow the breath for 2 more. One more breath. And you're welcome, obviously, to stay in this shape, this Baddha Konasana, or if you'd like, just help the legs come a little bit together and extend them and reaching them to the far corners of the mat. Letting the hips roll out, the knees, the toes, feeling the space into the front of the body, the back of the body. Palms can face up, just in that beautiful receiving of this day, receiving of loving kindness, to take that with us. Take a breath in through the nose, soft out through the mouth. And just let yourself be here, let yourself go. Allow for stillness in your body, in your mind. Just feeling the body just melt into this earth. And you can stay longer into that Shavasana, of course, or you might just roll to your side. Taking a moment into that space, that fetal position. And softly lifting yourself up, finding your seat. Notice how your body feels, and that intention, again, to move away from that monkey mind, that busy mind, and just move in more loving kindness, with more ease, with more softness, with what you do, more connection. Bring the hands again, Anjali Mudra, that seal, that balancing of the body, that connection. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And inhale for Om. Namaste, yogis. Thank you so much. Enjoy the beautiful day. Get out there, feel positive, be kind to yourself. Thank you so much.